It's October 25th, 2019, and I am currently in Toronto, Ontario. In 1 week, I'm headed on a 45-day solo road trip through the southern states on a 2012 883 iron. I think my nerves have really subsided at this point, and I'm just really anxious to get on the road. I'm actually going to be towing the motorcycle down to North Carolina with my car, parking my car, and then from there jumping on the bike and headed down to Florida. I recognize that a Sportster isn't really the bike of choice for many people for long distance riding, but to be honest, it's all I know. I've done all of my long distance trips on this bike, and I've learned to live and love the discomfort of it all. This video is actually going to compile a bunch of shorter videos that I've taken over the span of a week and a half, just as I prep for this trip, and yeah, I hope you enjoy this. This is one of the things I've added to the bike, this engine guard here. I've popped a couple of foot pegs on. I'm not a big fan of the chrome foot pegs, but that's all they had at my dealership, so I went with those. I think this is going to be awesome for being able to finally adjust my legs and my feet. It seems like such a luxury to be able to now ride in a different position. Heated hand grips have also been added to the bike. These are awesome. Again, another luxury for me. But these heat up really nicely. And I'm so excited to get to play with these a little more on this trip. What I'm actually most excited about is the new back rack I have. My dad made it. It can be modified to fit a sissy bar, and my dad's welded that bar, and I'll pop it on and show you what it looks like. I haven't installed it officially, it's just kind of balancing there for the purpose of this video, but it's going to be a big help because I'm so used to carrying my pack on my back, whereas with this, everything fits on it and there's even extra room. My biggest challenge right now is really pacing out the trip. So in the past I focused a lot on constantly riding, but that's not the focus so much of this trip. So I'm having difficulty right now really kind of switching that mindset to focusing on like a loose schedule of where I want to be when and how long I want to be there for. Okay, I picked up these bananas today. I'm going to wait for them to ripen, maybe 1 or 2 more days, and then dehydrate them and pack them up for the trip. I've only done a trip this long once before, and that was like over 5 years ago. That trip I rode out west and then got a flight to the Yukon. But during that trip, when I was riding through Saskatchewan, I think it was Saskatchewan, I ended up catching some really strong wind gusts and almost getting blown right off the road. And I'm looking at this trip and I feel like maybe I'm putting myself in these situations again, like when I'm riding along at the border of the Atlantic Ocean and going down to the Florida Keys. You know, I might run into something like that again, and that makes me a little nervous. Like, I know I'm okay, I know it's gonna be okay, but I still get a little anxious thinking about it. Stop number 1 for today, Canadian Tire for some electrical wire for the winch, specifically the remote for the winch. This is everything I'm going to be bringing with me. To the right is all the gear that I'll have strapped to the bike, and to the left is everything that I'll have in my backpack, which will also be strapped to the bike. The turquoise bag, that's my sleeping bag. In the center is my camp mat, and to the left is my tent. I have here my tent poles, and then this here is my rain gear, which I'm really surprised fit inside this thing. Okay, so this green bag is full of electronic related stuff. The blue bag behind it is just toiletries. That red and black bag is just kind of miscellaneous stuff. I'm bringing my Leatherman multi-tool, a journal right behind it. And then I have a little bit of food that I'm bringing and some pistachios. I have some flip-flops, and in this bag here I have all of my clothing. 2 t-shirts, 1 tank top, 1 pair of shorts, 1 pair of jeans, and a pair of sweatpants and a sweatshirt. This is the backpack that I'll have strapped to my back. It's 55 liters. This is what I'll be wearing on the bike for the most part. So I'll be wearing these for the most part, most of the time on the bike. This is a jacket I actually picked up today that I'm really excited to wear on the trip. It's got a removable liner inside it for extra warmth, but I think I'm going to take that out and I'll ride without it, and I'll leave that at home. Lots of pockets, which is always perfect, but it's really cool. I think this was a pretty good find. And I'll be wearing these gloves. Usually I wear a thicker glove, but because I have the heated hand grips, I wanted to go with a thinner glove, and I think they are pretty cool. This is the backpack I'll be wearing on my back as I ride. It's 20 liters. I've never really ridden without anything on my back. I've always had either a huge backpack or something smaller, so riding without a pack doesn't really feel comfortable to me. So at least this way I feel almost cushioned in, I guess. I don't know how to describe it. It's October 30th, 2019, and I, at this point, am for the most part packed and ready to go. There are a few modifications for the bike trailer that I'm working on with my dad, but in terms of everything that I'll be carrying on me or with me, everything's good to go. The next time you see me, I don't know where I'll be, but I'll be somewhere down in the States with the bike, having a grand old time, hopefully, in some warm weather, and enjoying my travels. So thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.